Contingency Plan Briefing, code-named Rainbow. Individually, they are extraordinary. Together, they are almost invincible. The Power Rangers draw their strength from the Morphing Grid, but their true power comes from their bond as a team. Break that bond, and they fall. Divide their strengths, exploit their weaknesses, and they'll crumble one by one. Here's how it happens. The Power Rangers draw their abilities from the Morphing Grid, an energy field that powers their transformations, enhances their strength, agility, and resilience, and provides access to their iconic weapons and Zords. Each Ranger is unique, with distinct skills and traits that make them essential to the team. The Red Ranger, their leader, is driven by courage and responsibility. His role as the group's heart and protector often leads to impulsive decision-making, especially when he believes his team is in danger. The Blue Ranger is their strategist, a technical genius who builds and maintains much of their equipment. While his intellect is a powerful tool, his over-reliance on logic and systems leaves him vulnerable to deception. The Pink Ranger is swift, precise, and deeply compassionate, prioritizing the safety of innocents above all else. This selflessness, while noble, often places her in compromising situations. The Yellow Ranger is fiercely independent and excels in close combat, relying on her agility to outmaneuver opponents. Her strength lies in her mobility, but her effectiveness decreases in restricted spaces. The Black Ranger, unpredictable and adaptive, thrives on improvisation and risk, but his rebellious nature makes him reckless under pressure. The Green Ranger, a rogue powerhouse and one of the most dangerous members, channels his powers through the Dragon Coin and the Dragon Dagger, granting him control over the mighty Dragon Zord. His strength is formidable, but the instability of his corrupted Morphing Coin creates opportunities to exploit. In their morphed states, their physical capabilities far exceed human limits, making direct hand-to-hand combat nearly impossible without preparation. That's why I'll enter this battle equipped with a specialized combat suit designed for this specific engagement. Drawing from the Hellbat armor, but refined for agility, it incorporates Morphing Grid disruptors, adaptive countermeasures, and enhanced power output to level the playing field. To better understand their connection to the Morphing Grid, I collaborated with Cyborg. His expertise in energy systems helped pinpoint vulnerabilities in their suits, weapons, and overall synchronization with the Morphing Grid. With his insights, I've developed a plan to isolate and neutralize them, one by one. The Red Ranger is where it all starts. He's their leader, their cornerstone. Without him, the rest falters. I'll bait him into a staged hostage scenario, complete with holographic civilians and a collapsing building rigged with magnetic disruptors. He'll charge in, sword in hand, thinking he's saving the day. But his power sword will fall to the disruptors, leaving him disarmed. Forced into hand-to-hand combat, he'll be quick, strong, but predictable. My combat suit, equipped with kinetic amplifiers and shockwave emitters, will outmatch him. He'll falter as his instincts betray him, trying to protect people who aren't even real. When he's disoriented, an electrified bolo will take him down for good. The Blue Ranger is next, the brains of the operation. He'll see the fake Morphing Grid malfunction I've set up as a puzzle to solve. But the sabotage terminal he tries to fix will release an EMP blast, disabling his Tricera Lance and shutting down his suit's systems. Now stripped of his tools, he'll rely on his over-calculated combat style, something I'm more than prepared for. My suit's predictive algorithms will read his moves before he makes them, letting me counter every strike. I'll dismantle his strategies and leave him incapacitated. The Pink Ranger will try to use her speed and precision to stay ahead of me. She'll chase after my Wayne Tech drones, thinking they're real enemies. But her pursuit will lead her into a rooftop ambush rigged with motion-sensitive nets charged to disrupt her suit's energy flow. Trapped mid-air, she'll struggle, but I'll hit her with smoke pellets and flashbangs, cutting off her sight and balance. That's when I'll close in and deliver a knockout strike. The Yellow Ranger, a close-quarters combatant, will be lured into an industrial chamber rigged with collapsing platforms and hydraulic walls designed to restrict her movement. Her agility will allow her to adapt initially, but the environment will shift faster than she can anticipate, forcing her into tighter spaces. To counter her speed and reflexes, I'll deploy strategically placed motion sensor traps that trigger high-pressure foam canisters, temporarily immobilizing her movements. Once she's restrained, I'll use precision strikes to neutralize her and secure her weapons, rendering her powerless. The Black Ranger, unpredictable and chaotic, thrives on improvisation and brute force. His power axe is his strongest asset, but also his weakness. I'll bait him into engaging with energy-absorbing decoys, forcing him to overuse the axe's energy-intensive strikes. As it overheats and becomes ineffective, I'll strike using the suit's grappling lines to restrict his movements and kinetic disruptors to counter his erratic fighting style. Once he's exhausted and disarmed, I'll incapacitate him with a concussive blow, leaving him defenseless. The Green Ranger is the wild card, the most dangerous of them all. His Dragon Dagger, which controls the Dragon Zord, is the key threat. To prevent its use, I'll bait him with a fabricated distress signal mimicking a Dragon Zord malfunction. His protective instincts will compel him to investigate alone. Once isolated, I'll deploy a signal jammer to sever his link to the Zord before he can summon it. Targeting his corrupted dragon coin, I'll use energy disruptors to destabilize his suit and weaken his powers mid-battle. As his abilities falter, I'll engage directly, using my thruster-assisted agility and counters to evade his strikes and force him into overextending. Feints and precise strikes will frustrate him, leading to reckless attacks. When the moment is right, I'll use kinetic-enhanced blows to exploit his lapses, disarming and incapacitating him before he can recover. Once incapacitated, the Rangers will have their power coins confiscated, as these are the key to their Morphing Grid connection. Without their coins, they can't transform, rendering them ordinary teenagers with no enhanced abilities. The coins will be stored in a secure energy-dampened vault within the Batcave, equipped with Morphing Grid inhibitors to prevent any reactivation or tampering. The Rangers themselves will be detained in humane conditions. Each will be housed in individual rooms within a secure underground facility beneath the Batcave, built for safety and containment rather than punishment. The facility is reinforced to prevent escape, but the rooms will provide basic comforts, beds, seating, and necessities to ensure their well-being during containment. While restrained, they will have no access to outside communication or technology that could aid in coordinating an escape. The facility will be monitored 24/7 by advanced surveillance systems, and automated safeguards will activate should they attempt to breach security. Their containment isn't about cruelty. It's about ensuring they can't regroup or regain access to their powers. The Power Rangers are extraordinary, but at the end of the day, they're still kids. Their containment must reflect that. Removing their power coins and keeping them secure ensures they remain powerless without compromising their humanity. If you found this protocol helpful, remember, I upload new contingency briefings every day. Your safety depends on preparation, so stay informed. If there's a specific threat you'd like analyzed, leave your suggestion below. Together, we'll ensure every contingency is covered.